Round with North Melbourne leading by 20 points, 4-3 to 1-1 as umpire Glenn James puts the ball down. Madden and Dempsey, won by Madden. Although Dempsey was North Melbourne's best player during the first quarter. Dool at right half-back flank, almost caught by Jonas. Flicks the handball out to Austin. Shrugs the tackle from Atkins. Or Malin should have taken that one. Bazusto to Ashman with a bandaged wrist now, I notice. And a short pass effective to Ditchburn at half-forward. Carlton's only goal to date in the match has come from a free kick, and that was to Justin Madden when it was applied downfield in the first quarter. So Ditchburn, 45 metres out, directly in front, kicking into the breeze. Dropping a little bit short, knocked away by Dempsey. Good defence towards the pocket, picked up by Harms. Long handball to Malin, who fumbles twice. That's twice in 30 seconds he's fumbled Malin. This gives North Melbourne the chance. It's taken away for the Kangaroos by Kelly. Dool and Jonas. Dool with the fist again. Bortolotto was there. Jonas's handball effective to Atkins. He could score from there. A shot in towards the 10-metre square off the hands of the pack, and it's through for one behind to the Kangaroos. They lead now by 21 points.
A vast improvement in Ditchman's play this year too, Peter. He's leading beautifully, getting away from Moore last week and doing similar today against Dent.
He's very fast over 10 or 15 metres, isn't he? The big arms of Madden go up and he drags down an easy mark. Short pass to no one in particular. Korkamilis fumbling out of bounds. Well, Carlton not doing much right at the moment. Don't know why Madden didn't go for the long kick, because there was no one there to pass the ball to. Let's see what he can do with this ruck duel. McCann provides the opposition. Down to Ashman. Korkamilis again, left centre wing. Another shocking kick by the Blues. This one will roll out of bounds adjacent to the players' interchange area.
Out of bounds about 70 metres around from the Carlton goal. Their 1 goal won 7 points to North Melbourne 4-4-28. Into this quarter just over the 2-minute mark. Knocked out that time by Madden, doing a lot better against Dempsey than Fitzpatrick was. Out it is to Crazy Horse Carlton. He can't pick it up. And once again it's forced out of bounds. A little closer to the Carlton goal, about 30 metres around, in that towards the forward pocket position. It'll be Dempsey and Justin Madden. Dempsey got that one to Korkamilis. Out it comes now, a chance for Ramsey to pick it up. He's put off balance that time by Marquezani. A good hand pass. Korkamilis to Bazusto, a snap for goal. And this looks good, it's a goal. So Carlton fighting back now. North Melbourne interchange player coming off, I think, is Fairley. And to go onto the ground now will be Holt. So Carlton won 2 goals, 1-13 to North Melbourne 4-4-28. Well, even though the breeze is blowing down to the end that North Melbourne are kicking to, we see Korkamilis spin into the pack. Get the ball back there to Marquezani. Put Demetrio out of business nicely. And that was a good hand pass coming from Korkamilis. The ball back towards the centre of the ground. Madden again got the knockout. He's made the difference since he went to the ruck. Finally, it's picked up by Glendinning, and North Melbourne go back into attack. Little Atkins taps the ball on. Dill's grabbed. He's lost it. It's holding the ball against him. And the free kick will go to Jonas at centre half court, about 50 metres out from goal. There's the kick by Jonas. A long kick too. What a magnificent kick. Oh, what a beautiful goal by Jonas. A magnificent goal. It must have been 50 or 60 metres.
Well, it just goes to show you, Lou, the value again of a long kick with the breeze.
Well, we're pointing out the breeze is blowing to that end. It's a pretty strong one. Carlton didn't utilise it, but let's hope that North Melbourne do for their sake. Watch this kick in replay. That's a mighty long kick. It's gone through about post high. So North Melbourne now 5 goals, 4-34 to Carlton, 2 goals, 1-13.
Seventh big league from the Arden Street ground. 21 points the difference. North Melbourne lead by. Madden and Dempsey. Dempsey straight to Hodgman. To right half forward. Cracker has it knocked away from him by Austin. Almost had a chance to get it again. Jonas, takes it one-handed, beautifully done. Picked it up like a tennis ball. McCann on the boundary line. The hand pass in towards the goal square. A snapshot for the Kangaroos by Holt. And a goal.
Well, I tell you what, Holt was more surprised. McClure off the ground, but Holt was more surprised than his teammates when he kicked that one, Peter.
He has just come on, so a very good move executed by North coach Barry Cable. That was his first touch of the day, not just his first kick. And Holt putting it through for a very valuable goal to the Kangaroos. And look how Jonas picked up that one-handed as if it were a tennis ball.
Good play on the part of McCann. Now, you watch this kick and he gets that amazed himself. I don't think he realised he kicked that goal, young fella. Look, he's that happy about it.
27 points the difference now in the second quarter, 40-13 in favour of the Kangaroos. Knocked away by Dempsey again. A chance for Ashman, but nobody's getting out of that one. And the umpire will ball it up. It's like an old-fashioned bounce from the 60s before they brought in the square, isn't it? Very crowded. Dempsey again. Corcomelis sharks it back towards left centre wing. Getting underneath it, Glendinning traps it beautifully. The North Melbourne stylist in fine form, high ball to half ball.
And that's a kick back there, but marked by Corcomelis, one of the very few good Carlton players at the moment. He's out there on the wing position. A hurried kick back there towards Glendinning. He's pushed his teammate, or his opponent out that time, Mark Buckley. The free kick will go to Mark Buckley on that half-forward line. The kick is across there towards Ditchburn and Dench. Dempsey's there too. They all fly. It's Pizzusto losing control. Ashburn goes out of the pack. Pizzusto in the thick of things. He tries to get a hand pass. Still in control of it. Finally, it's out there to Law. He's grabbed, can't get rid of it. Umpire said it'll be a ball up. It'll be a ball up. Had no hope of getting rid of that. It was held to him. A ball up about 35 metres out from the Carlton goal. Dempsey got the knockdown. Ashburn had a fresh air shot, and the umpire's going to ball it up again to make it more congested. 6 goals, 4-40 North Melbourne to Carlton 2-1-13. North Melbourne kicking with a strong breeze in this second quarter. Knocked out by Fitzpatrick. Marcou's grab. Tapped on again by Madden. A chance here now for Ditchburn. He's grabbed a hand pass coming back there. Umpire said he threw it.
Threw it before he punched it.
Okay, a throw against him and the free kick to go to David Dench. Everything going North Melbourne's way at the moment as the ball goes out there to Glendinning and Buckley. It's Glendinning knocking it down. Good play by Demetrio, but he's gone without the ball. This gives Buckley a chance. He goes down. His hand pass is over there to Mail. He's pulled down. Now it's turned there by Dill. Going through. They're all fumbling at the moment as Abernathy finally gets a kick down there. And Cracker missed that one completely. Well, there's plenty of fumbling going on as we see a chance here for a free kick to North Melbourne. It'll go there to Holt, I think it may be. Yes, it'll go to Holt. He was grabbed when he didn't have the ball, and well, I don't know about that. So as I said before, everything running North Melbourne's way at the moment. He's only about 15 to 20 metres out directly in front. Oh. And he shredded that one through for another goal. So North Melbourne move on to 7 goals, 46 points to Carlton, 2 goals, 1-13.
We mentioned during the commentary in that part of the quarter that it was very, very windy. Carlton players were fumbling a lot, and the Kangaroos handling the gusty conditions a lot better than their opponents. Subsequently, they had opened up a lead of some 37 points by the 20.5-minute mark of the second quarter, and that's where we rejoin the game from Arden Street this afternoon.
He's missed it. It's out of bounds. A chance now for Dempsey and Fitzpatrick for this knockout. Actually, Fitzpatrick got it down to Marcoux. Finally, it comes out. Tapped on by Justin Madden over to Ditchburn. A snap for goal. Not a bad sort of a kick. And I think he may have kicked this one through. He has the goal. So it's 8 goals, 6-54 North Melbourne to Carlton, 3 goals, 5-23. And that goal coming up just on the 21-minute mark. There it is behind the camera behind the goals. Picked up by Ditchburn. A nice snap. Certainly getting away from Dent, but he's not getting many opportunities, Pete.
Well, he made the most of that one.
Centre bounce again. Dempsey against Fitzpatrick. Dempsey got another knockout. Pushed on by Bortolotto. Grabbed by Corcomelis. Back to Marcoux. He lost that one. He bounced on top of the ball again. Picked up by Hodgman over to Fury. This could be a goal coming up. He fires. And he's put it through for another goal. So North Melbourne come back with a pretty quick reply that time. 9 goals, 6. That makes them 60 points. At the moment, Carlton looking pretty ordinary. 3 goals, 5-23.
Well, 2 very quick goals. First to Ditchburn and then to North Melbourne through Fury. He's got a bit of class about him. Great shot. David Parkin, Carlton's coach, a little bit concerned at the moment. 37 points the difference on Seven's big league. 60-23 at the 22-minute mark of the second quarter. North go into attack again through Demetriou. Looks for Jonas, finds him on the run at full forward. A shot by Jonas, slightly off target, one behind. luckily for Carlton. So 38 points the difference now. And as we await Jeff Southby to bring the ball back into play again. And Carlton, of course, didn't make as much use of the breeze as we suggested they needed to in the first quarter. They're paying the penalty now. Dempsey with a long punch. Can't find Demetriou. It's just a little bit too wide for him. Into the defensive pocket here at North Melbourne. With the wind blowing from the northwest. Very hard to get it out of there. McCann in front. Ball booted into the open spaces. Demetriou shrugs one tackle, a shot at goal as he brought it round and up. He has. That's a beautiful goal from Andy Demetriou. North Melbourne really on fire at the moment. That's his first, and the scores now 10-7, 67 to 3-5, 23. Goal kickers for North Melbourne as we watch it again. Holt 2, McCann 2, and singles to Jonas, Fury, Greg, Demetriou and Fairley. A
nice snap for goal by Corker-Mealis, and of course they're giving Carlton a football lesson at the moment, Pete.
Demetriou.
I've got the Greeks mixed up here again.
23 and a half minutes gone in the second quarter. North Melbourne giving Carlton a football lesson at present. No one getting clear of the centre circle, and umpire Glenn James takes the obvious choice, but to try again. North Melbourne supporters singing already. I think that's a little bit premature, especially against Carlton. Dempsey, beautiful ruck work. Bortolotto couldn't do much with it. Atkins, how did he get through there? Amazing, beautiful book. On towards Kelly, left half forward, a snapshot by Kelly, going goalless, and there's another one. What's happening at Carlton? 11-7, 73 to 3-5, 23.
Premier's Carlton up until half-time, and coach David Parkin, I dare say, had plenty to say to his team during the 20-minute interval. And if they were going to win the match, they had to get back into it during the third quarter. We pick up the replay now at the start of the third term, but North Melbourne leading by a mammoth 47 points.
We begin the third quarter now from the Arden Street ground. North Melbourne leading 79 to 32. Knocked away by Jonas, actually, after the centre bounce. Malin caught with the ball. Umpire Morgan says no chance of getting rid of it, and we'll see a bounce just a few metres from the circle itself. Still this strong wind persisting, blowing left to right. Knocked down by Fitzpatrick. Demetriou's kick doesn't travel too far. Beautiful hip and shoulder puts Kelly down. Picked up by Law. Abernethy trying to pick it up, having no success whatsoever. That should be in the back. That's how umpire Morgan has seen it, and the free kick, piggyback style, will be taken by Kim Hodgman.
I noticed that McDonald's on the ground for North Melbourne too, Pete. I just wonder who's off the ground for them.
Try and pick that up in just a few moments. At the back of the pack, Cracker roved it well. Knocked away by Jonas again. Atkins, 20 metres out, could score from there, and he has. It's a goal. Well, a great start to North Melbourne. That's just what Carlton didn't want. Atkins putting through his second goal. 13-7, 85 to 4-8, 32.
Great part on the play on the part of Jonas that time. There we see the coach, David Parkin, very concerned. Now you watch the ball knocked on by Jonas again, and anticipating beautifully was Atkins to kick a goal.
And just while we were watching that replay, there was a little bit of a dust-up on the half-back line. That's the end result thereof. Umpire talking to McCann. I don't think any numbers were taken. Things certainly warming up in more ways than one here at Arden Street. Gary Dempsey played a great first quarter. Didn't have quite the same influence in the second term, but still a very, very good player today for the Kangaroos.
And the rain coming down now. This is not going to help Carlton's cause.
2 minutes gone now in the second half of the match. We're in the third term. North Melbourne leading 85 to 32.
Ball knocked out that time by Dempsey. Jonas has grabbed. Corker-Mealis gets a hurried kick out wide. Glenn Denning going after the ball now. He wins the race. And he goes around that half-back line, goes for a pass out wide looking for McCann, but it's too long. It'll be a penalty-free kick to go to Bruce Dool down there on that half-back line. The difference now 53 points in favour of North Melbourne. Fitzpatrick making a lead, but he's ignored that. He's gone for the long kick. That's the only way when you're going with the breeze such as Carlton is. Bazzusto with a hand pass to Malin. He's grabbed. He's lost that. They look slow at the moment. Carlton, Hodgman's grabbed. Malin intercepts again. Finally picked up by Law out to Greg. A good hand pass. Gregg goes for a pass. It's a beauty, picked up by Holden. North Melbourne playing great football. Jonas at the back throws himself over the top of Dool, and the umpire will pay a free kick. He's called play on now, even though he took the ball in front of the mark. It's a long kick down there, and there's just about a mark. It'll be a mark to Law. That was a good mark. North Melbourne playing with a lot of confidence, and they're backing their judgment all the way too. Law hesitated. He goes for the kick out there towards the wing position. Abernathy. What a fine player this fella's been today too, but he's had plenty of mates. Short pass and a mark at centre field. Atkins back to Glendenning. That's a bad pass, but Glendenning recovers. Beautiful play by the centre half back for North Melbourne. Down to Jonas. There's a go now for Holt. Comes out wide of the pack, goes for a long kick at the goal. Look at this kick. Oh, hit the post. What a shot for goal by Holt. And he's already kicked 2 goals. That was a magnificent shot. Just over the 3.5-minute mark, and they lead by 54 points, North Melbourne. The kick back into play. Chance now for Corker-Mealis. A hand pass coming over to Ashby. He's been a pretty quiet player too. That's his 6th kick for the match. Down it goes towards Keith Gregg, and over the top of Bazusto. Takes a fine mark. Goes for a pass for the boundary line, but it's out of bounds on that centre wing position.
Well, not the best of passes that we've seen Keith Gregg deliver, but of course today his 250th game. I'm sure he'll be pleased with the scoreboard. Dempsey clashing with Fitzpatrick, and Fitzy's come out of it with the free kick, which he will take right centre wing for Carlton. Was outpointed by Dempsey during the first term. Madden did better in the second. Johnston takes the handball at left half forward, on the move pretty quickly. Hooks it back up to full forward. That could even be a score. In fact, it's rolled through for full points, a goal. Well, poor defence there by North Melbourne as Johnston limps back to the centre.
I thought Dempsey could have touched that
one. Yes, I thought so too. 13-8-86 to 5-8-38.
Well, Johnson's still limping. There we see it in replay, and we'll watch it go down there. Now, you want to see if Dempsey could have touched it. Oh, probably a little bit.
Yes.
Then again, he may have thought Keith Gregg could have got over to it.
And he was a long way from it anyway. 5 minutes gone now in the third quarter. A badly needed goal then to Carlton. A lot more still needed. Knocked back by Fitzpatrick. Taken by Mayerlin. Up to half forward. Glendenning and Mark Buckley. A play on call from the umpire, so Glendenning does just that over the head of Dool, and the mark taken down there by English. 4 marks and 14 kicks, the stats for English, as Corker-Mealis sends the Blues forward to the right half forward flank. A poor pass, and Phil Kelly takes the mark in front of Harms. The handball is to Gregg. Beautiful kick down to half forward. English getting underneath it again and has dragged down yet another mark. And hurt himself as he landed too.
Played a great game for Carlton, this fella, Peter.
As was the case last week. McClure playing this quarter at centre half back. Up to centre field, over the head of Corker-Mealis. Holden goes through, or in fact tries to. Phil Cracker dummies the handball, gets around Dool and straightens up for goal. On its way, and Cracker has put it through for full points. So North Melbourne continuing on where they left off in the first half of the match. 14-8-92 to 5-8-38.
By golly, the way he weaved his way through the pack that time was like a snake going across the ground. You watch him now as he gets this hand pass out. It looked as though he was caught. Now he goes through them. Beautiful play on the part of Phil Cracker.
And Phil Cracker becoming the 11th North Melbourne player to kick a goal this afternoon. North doing it pretty easily at the moment, as we've been playing 6.5 minutes.
54 points the difference, Pete.
92-38. Sevens big lead from the Arden Street ground. Big lead by Fitzpatrick. Picked up by Jonas, and Jonas's kick out to left half forward.
There's a chance for English. Picked it up on the first hop beautifully that time. It's a bad kick grabbed by Gregg, and they're playing great football, North Melbourne. They swing back into attack, and it's Phil Cracker with the mark. It could be a 15-metre penalty. Now the umpire said no. Cracker goes for a short pass. It's okay, and Kelly's got the mark. Well, as we said before, playing with a ton of confidence. They're taking chances, and they're coming up at the moment. The kick about 30 metres out on about a 45-degree angle, going for goal number 2. And that's a beautiful goal by Kelly. So North Melbourne, 15 goals, 8-98. Oh, they're running hot to Carlton, 5-8-38. This will be about the worst defeat that Carlton have had at North Melbourne since I can recall, Pete, that's providing it goes like it is at the moment, of course.
And let's remember too, Lou, that North Melbourne are kicking against this pretty stiff breeze.
Well, they played very well in the first quarter, kicking 4 goals against the breeze to Carlton's 1 when they were kicking with the strong breeze, and of course in that second quarter kicked 8 goals to 3.
8 minutes gone now, 98 to 38, 60 points the difference.
Ball comes down to Mail, and he's grabbed. He can't get out of the pack, and they're taking it away again, North Melbourne. The umpire's calling it back for a centre bounce. Well, I've never seen so many Carlton players grabbed in possession. That's their greatest winning margin here, 71 points in 1974. Knocked back again. Demetrio send them back into attack, and there's another mark to McCann. And he dropped that one too. He's only about 35 metres out from goal directly in front, and McCann's already kicked 2 goals. Well, they're getting the hiding of a lifetime, Carlton. And everybody was saying that they'll be premiers, including myself. But they'd have to improve 300% if they want to win the flag for the 3rd time, as we see McCann come in for his 3rd goal. And there it is again. Another one to North Melbourne. 16 goals, 8. 104 points to look at Carlton's score. 5 goals, 8-38. The coach sitting there with the chief of selectors there, Wes Luffs, may be very sad men indeed. I think that's Wes Luffs' 97 cigarette. Sergio Silvano, even Sergio looks as though he's going to go for a fag, and he tickered the clock too. Centre bounce again as we approach, or just over the 9-minute mark.
11 goals the difference. What an amazing scoreboard that reads, and everyone here at Arden Street that follows the Kangaroos will be delighted to see it. Dool has the chance, runs into McClure. Ball tapped back into the circle. A chance for Malin. It's picked up by Holden, though, and up to half forward on his own Stephen McCann, but a free kick is going the other way. It's a play-on call, and a 15-metre penalty. Malin, long torpedo punt kick. That's how to use the breeze effectively. Glendinning in front, and a fine mark.
That was a great mark. Petey backed right into the pack that time, a gutsy one.
And a 15-metre penalty applied by the umpire. Ball up towards the half-forward line. Kelly, Demetriou. Runs his full 10 metres, long towards full forward. Southby there, can't take the mark. English comes in to support him. Hodgman, twisting and turning, a snapshot. Looks okay. And another one. They're kicking them from everywhere, North Melbourne. An amazing run. 17 goals, 8. 110 to 5-8, 38. North Melbourne have kicked 5 goals in 10 1/4 minutes.
Well, I think
Ground, the Kangaroos leading by 73 points.
Well, even the North Melbourne supporters are quiet, Pete, because they're amazed at this performance so far.
Certainly a fine performance. Dool had McClure had hands to that first before Dempsey. And Dempsey comes up with it. Hodgman. Umpire says play on. There was a free kick play. Keep going, Kim. You're in trouble. Lovely pass up towards full forward, and the mark taken by Holt, who kicked 2 goals with his first 2 kicks this afternoon. But in a very tricky part of the ground from which to kick a goal, with the wind blowing from left to right. You have to aim for the left goal post. He's done just that, and it's through for 4 points. 3 goals to Holt. Then North Melbourne goes still further ahead on 7's big league. It's 18-10, 118 to 5-9, 39. So North have now kicked 6 goals in 14 minutes.
Well, they're 13 goals, 1 in front, Peter. That's an amazing lead. No one would have ever dreamt that they'd have been that far in front at this stage of the game before the match started, particularly losing Jimmy Cracker and Schimmelbusch.
14 and a half minutes gone, 3rd quarter, 118 to 39 in favour of the Kangaroos.
Knocked out by Dempsey, over to Hodgman. They go back into attack again. They're getting monotonous at doing this. We see Southby get a hand pass out to Dool. He takes the ball away from that half back line. A chance now for Aspin to take a mark. They've had plenty of quiet players, and Aspin's been one of them too, but he's had plenty of mates. Ball out there towards Johnson. Couldn't hold that one. Comes down to Carlton and Ditchburn. They both go down. In comes Madden. He nearly upends Dents. As a matter of fact, he does. It's a hurried kick towards the goals. But there we see Glendinning gets around Bazusto quite easily. It's a long kick, a North Melbourne player down. It's Dents. I think he copped one from that bump from Madden that time. So it'll be a penalty free kick to go to Wayne Harms out there at half forward, about 65 metres out from goal. Dempsey still a little bit shattered there. Oh, there, beautiful mark. Oh, he's played on foolishly that time, Glendinning. Hodgman gets a hand pass out to Ramsey. Taps the ball on. And great play by Ramsey. Hasn't made a mistake all day. Goes for a pass out wide. But there's no one there for North Melbourne. A chance now for Hunter to pick it up. A long kick down towards that forward pocket position. Off the top of the pack. Backing up well as Keith Gregg, but they've backed up all day. A hand pass coming over to Hodgman. Hodgman goes, not Hodgman, Holden I should say it is. Punched away by McDonald. Going after it now is Marcazani. Stumbles. Finally gets a kick back there towards the full forward position. Plenty of North Melbourne defenders. The ball knocked out of Asp, but he's grabbed there by Glendinning. Finally Holden gets a hand pass. My God, they can't do a thing wrong at the moment, North Melbourne, as the ball goes back there towards centre field. It's Cracker and Austin. Oh, he's caught right in the chops that time, Malin from Cracker.
And Malin keeps on going. Could be downfield, it is, because Cracker handed one out after he got rid of the ball. And it will be a free kick downfield. Korkamilas has it and plays on. In the goal square marked by Dempsey. Dempsey goes towards the gasometer wing. Long kick underneath it, Dimitriou. Can't take it. Buckley. Ashman. With the wind behind him, a long kick in towards the goal, and it bounces through for one behind to Carlton when they badly need a goal. So the scores 18-10 to 5-10, still a difference of 13 goals. Count. We'll bring the ball back into play. He's looking at Dench. He seems to be okay. There he is in the bottom of the picture. And he has the chance to pick it up now, close to the boundary line, which he does. Over toward Abernethy. A short pass. Missed by Hodgman. Grabbed by Marcoux. McClure goes through solidly. In plenty of bother, Mark McClure. Hodgman again. And Law, rather.
They look slow, Carlton, don't they, Peter? They've been grabbed continually all day. They can't break clear of their opponents at all.
They're very top-heavy. Madden and Dempsey. Oh! Madden grabs Dempsey around the neck. Korkamilas. Lovely ball. Slews off the side of the boot. Ashman and Ramsey are there. Johnston the chance. Bazzusto. A flying shot at goal from a long way out. Could be through, and he's popped it through. So Bazzusto's second goal for Carlton, a badly needed one for the Blues. He becomes the first Carlton player to kick more than 2 goals today and takes their score to 6-10-46. They trail North Melbourne 18-10, 118.
Well, they're trailing by 72 points at the moment, just over the 18-minute mark. As we watch that in replay, Bazzusto grabs this beautifully off the pack. And, of course, it's a hurried snapshot and a good goal. That's a typical Bazzusto goal.
12 goals the difference on Seven's big league now from the Arden Street ground, and we've been playing 18.5 minutes in the third quarter.
Once again it's Dempsey over to McCann, back to Hodgman on the North Melbourne side, go back into attack again out there, but there we see Inglis, no doubt their best player, and one of the best players on the ground too. And that's saying something, the way that Carlton are playing. A short pass out there to Austin at centre half back, goes for the long kick, taking advantage of the breeze, but there we see Glendinning again. Played a great game too, but North Melbourne have had many great players today. Goes out wide. Out there to Holden. Oh, everything going their way. Bats beautifully. Talk about Lux of force, because Holden picks it up now. Down to McCann. He's got the mark.
Oh!
Could be a 15-metre penalty. I think it may be.
Might be a book out too.
He's taking his number.
I told you.
Well, McClure has certainly had a bad year this year. His form's been bad, and now he's reported. And he just got engaged not so long ago too. That's not the best of luck, as we know. Getting engaged is, but of course we see the reportable offence there, and there's a 15-metre penalty. And of course this gives McCann a chance to kick his 4th goal, and North Melbourne's 19. Well, this is the biggest bath I've seen Carlton get for a long time, not by North Melbourne only, but by any team.
Yes, I dare say it's probably the biggest hiding they've had for 7 or 8 years, Lou.
Another 15-metre penalty. He'd have to fall over to miss this one. He'd only be about 15 metres out. As I said before, going for goal number 4. 118 points at the moment, North Melbourne to Carlton 46. And we're just on the 20-minute mark of this third quarter. That's another goal. 4 goals to McCann, and North Melbourne move on to 19 goals, 10. 124 to Carlton, a measly 6 goals, 10-46.
Well, it'll be long and hard on the training track, I dare say, at Princes Park during the week, because David Parkin hates being beaten, and I don't think he would even he would suggest that they could come back from this position.
Well, they've played very sluggish football. They've been caught in possession of the ball right throughout the match. They've looked very, very slow indeed, Peter.
Third, Silvani, Westlofts and David Parkin predictably not looking happy at the moment. 20.5 minutes have gone in the third quarter on Sevens Big League. It's 124-46 as umpire Glenn James bounces the ball. Dempsey loses it to Madden, who got a mile in the air. Keith Gregg wide towards left half forward, looking for Cracker. Almost gets it. Austin sticking to him like a mustard plaster, and it's out of bounds. It will be thrown back into play adjacent to the players' interchange area. Dempsey keeping his eye on Madden, who grabs it. No one to give it to. Plenty of North players are there. Dench onto Hodgman. Hodgman to Holden. Holden 25 metres out. Steadies and fires, but off target. Kicked it like a true backman and put it through for only one behind.
That's a rather strange move. They've shifted McCann down to full back after kicking 4 goals on the forward line. I was wondering whether Dench is injured or not. Dench has gone down to the forward line, so he may be injured.
After that bump he got before, Lou, in the forward pocket at the other end.
I don't know whether I'd move McCann because he's doing pretty well down there at centre half forward.
There's two of the greatest fullbacks in the last 20 years playing on each other. That's most unusual. Mark taken by Abernethy over Molan. And again, the folly of short passing on the back line. Abernethy, of course, right on the boundary.
Played a great game too, Pete.
He has. 14 kicks to Bruce Abernethy. He burnt in the first quarter. That's not a bad sort of a kick. He's put it through. Oh, unbelievable. Abernethy bringing up his second goal, and you won't see any better than that. That was a fine shot. 2011, 131 to Carlton, 610-46.
Not taking anything away from North Melbourne's performance, but they are having a little bit of that famous saying, Pete. There's the shot from behind the goals, and that was a magnificent kick, but everything's going their way, and of course they're grabbing every opportunity. But by golly, I've never seen North Melbourne play as well as this for a long, long time.
Third quarter in progress, 22.5 minutes. Dempsey and Madden. Dempsey loses that one to Madden, who's done fairly well since he came onto the ball in the second quarter. Ashman's kick is high towards the half-forward line. McCann tries to drag it in one-handed. Chance for Ditchburn. Play on, says the umpire, and here's McCann. He'll get them out of trouble after already kicking 4 goals on the forward line.
And the ball cleared. We see Bazusto down. He copped one in the face. Flying high as Jonas. They're playing right over the top of Carlton at the moment. A kick is short, and the little fella's got it. A quick hand pass coming over to Kelly. How is that for football? Back there towards the full forward position. It's English. The ball, Atkins might have marked it. We're going to play it to English. Well, he may have been a bit tall. The North Melbourne crowd not too happy about it. A hand pass from Ashman over to Hunter. A little bit slow. He throws the ball away. Back to Ashman again. He's grabbed by Hodgman. This time he's lost it. As I said before, I've never seen a Carlton side fumble and be grabbed by opponents so frequent as they have today. They look very sluggish. A hand pass coming back there again. And finally we see the ball driven up there by Demetrio. Up there towards the big McDonald. Fumbles the mark. In goes English again. What a game he's played for Carlton too. A hand pass coming over there to Austin in the back pocket. And he'll go for a bit of a trot. He better get rid of this one. They're surrounding him now as he kicks the ball back. Out there towards Dempsey, and the big fella's got it. Well, they've had about, I reckon, there hasn't been a weak player on their side today. A short pass. He's even short passing now. Ball comes on, went between Kelly's legs that time. Back to there, kicked off the ground by McClure. Back there to Big Madden. Takes a fortnight to pick it up. He's grabbed by Ramsey. Finally, it's Marcoux going through the pack. He fumbles. Cracker gets a hand pass. Out there towards Holden. Taps it on beautifully. Smothered by Atkins. He goes after it again. Another hand pass coming over there. Ramsey down there. Another hand pass coming over now. Jonas fires at the goals. But it's off target, through for 1 point. Well, they've got them completely rattled. I've never seen the Carlton team as rattled as they are at the moment. 20 goals, 12, 132 North Melbourne. The Carlton 6 goals, 10-46. What a hiding they're getting at the moment. Ball back into play. Hunter. Dempsey. Hunter Gorvish took one from Madden. And listen to that North Melbourne crowd go to town on Madden, hurting their heroes. The ball is shot back there towards the full forward position. Jonas in front. The ball tapped out to Austin. A hand pass coming out to Ashman, and they take the ball away from the danger zone.
Back towards centre field, knocked away by Marcoux, and he has a chance to get it again. over the head of Glendinning, and the opportunity for Buckley, who steadies and straightens up. A shot at goal by Mark Buckley. Looks okay from here, and it's a goal. So Buckley bringing up his first goal of the afternoon, and Carlton 7th, 7-10, 52 to 2012, 132.
13 goals.
After a great start to the season, the Cats have certainly come back to the field, losing home games against Melbourne, the Swans and North Melbourne to really put themselves in the hot seat. Essendon, although having won 6 out of 9, struggled against Hawthorn and made a slow start against Melbourne last week before running out the winners by 34 points. Last year, the two sides met twice, with victory going to the Bombers by 40 points at Cardinia Park in round 11 and by 11 points at Windy Hill in round 21. The Cats, with 5 wins, were just outside the 5-on percentage and had to win or face quite a slide down the premiership table. We pick up the game at half-time, and there's very little difference between the sides, the Cats leading by the narrow margin of 8 points. Our commentator at the game is former champion Collingwood full forward Peter McKenna.
Start of the third quarter here at Windy Hill. Geelong with the slight lead, 7-6-48 to Essendon 5-10-40. A very low standard first half of this match, but it's still interesting because of the tightness of the game as Bahaja gets it down towards full forward. Malarkey, well, they got Danaher at full forward. Now he ducks away and snaps at the goal. And Terry Danaher has put it through. A great goal to the Bombers skipper straight after half-time. Essendon move on to 6-10, 46. Geelong 7-6, 48. Well, an interesting move. We saw Vanderhaar playing at full forward against Malarkey in the first half. Malarkey well on top of Paul Vanderhaar. At the moment, Vanderhaar is playing at centre half forward. Terry Danaher has moved to full forward, and at the moment, 2 points the difference. Bahaja again gets the ball out of the centre, up towards half forward. The ball is punched away. It's grabbed by Danaher again. Onto the left foot, he fires at the goals. It's bouncing and through for 1 behind. So a great start by the Bombers in this quarter. They are now only 1 point behind Geelong. Geelong 7-6, Essendon 6-11. Bernard Toohey, a long kick towards half-back. Flanagan played very, very well when he went on the ball. Mossop seems to be carrying an injury. The hand pass from Merritt out to Wattway up towards full forward. Danaher is there again. Over the back of the pack, Danaher charges after it again. It's on the last line of defence. The umpire's picked out a free kick and will go to Mark Yates. Yates got a big job playing on Vanderhaar. He kicks towards centre wing. Oh, he had his name written all over that, Simon Madden, as he marks at half forward flank. Madden centres the ball, looking for the leaders over the back of the pack. In goes Frank Donnell. He's got the ball. He knocks it on further afield. Taken away by Malarkey. Malarkey out to Whitcomb. The ball doesn't sit for him, and it rolls over the line and out of bounds. Malarkey has been a great player in that last line of defence. He, as I said, he picked up Vanderhaar. He was on top of him. And now they've switched Terry Danaher to full forward. There's Madden trying to get it out. It's taken away by Bruce Nankervis, who was tackled high. Play on now, said the umpire. Bahaja. Flanagan, who's been a great player for Geelong, onto the left foot towards centre wing. Players charge after the ball. In goes Damien Drum. A long hand pass. And well, what it was for, I've got no idea, as Drum charged his way through the pack, but it looks like it will go Essendon's way for some reason. See who the player is. It looks like Watson, who's probably been Essendon's best player today. He's gone up towards Bahaja. Or is it a free kick in the meantime? No, it's a mark, said the umpire. And Tony Bahaja marks 35 metres out from goal, 45-degree angle. He has scored 1 goal so far for the Bombers. If he kicks this one, they will go 5 points in front. The drop punt from Bahaja. The goal umpire moves across and says offline, Tony Bahaja, for 1 behind. So scores are dead set level. We've been playing about 3.5 to 4 minutes into this third quarter. Malarkey, a little chip shot from full back, and he finds Dennis Lenihan. He streams away onto the left foot and kicks towards the wing. Ducking back was Damien Drum. Couldn't take the mark. All players charge in after it. That on the bottom of the pack was Ray Card. Umpire Peter Cameron says it's my ball, and he'll bounce it halfway between half-back flank for Geelong and centre wing. Madden and Flanagan. Flanagan actually got it down. Watson, that must be kick number 14. Could have been a free kick to Essendon. Ian Nankervis charges after it. He's got it. Caught with the ball. Play on, said the umpire. Heard. Ridden into the ground. It's taken by Terry Danaher. Hurries the kick towards the goals, but it actually dribbled off his boot over the line and out of bounds on the full. Malaki. Very close checking, tight full-back. Doesn't give much away at all as he kicks down towards Flanagan. Madden from behind. Over the back is Drum. Good play by the young player for Geelong. He streams away and kicks it towards half-forward where the mark is taken down there by Tim Darcy, who kicked 2 goals for Geelong in the first half. Now, Big Mossop is down there against Andrews. He should get it down there quickly. It's a long raking torpedo. This could be a goal. I think it is. It is a goal. Kicked by Tim Darcy for his 3rd, and the Cats hit back. 8 goals 6. 54 to Essendon, 6-12-48. Well, Tim Darcy is only a young player. The Geelong Football Club, the match committee have got very high hopes for this player, and he is certainly excelling. A very strong overhead mark, and you could see about his kicking ability there. That was a beautiful kick. Good play by Mossop too down there to shepherd off Andrews to let that ball go through. Flanagan, who was rucking very, very well. Watson again gets it down towards half-forward. Over the back of the pack is Yates. Hand pass out to Whitcomb. They're looking all right too. Another hand pass to Bruce Nankervis. He steadies and goes on the left foot down towards Lenihan. He's marked it. Half-forward flank. The Cats once again looking dangerous as they get down towards attack. The short pass, they got the loose man, and Brian Peake. No, it's not Peake, in fact. Marking the ball at half-forward. It could be Tim Darcy again, I think. Darcy lining up for goal number 4. Maybe this is the young fella's day as he lines up 30 metres out. The drop putt, it's a high one. It's floating. I think he's kicked it. He has 4 goals to Tim Darcy. A great effort by the young bloke. And Geelong move a little bit further in front. 9 goals 6. 60 to Essendon, 6-12-48. Merritt and Flanagan. Flanagan having to do all the ruck work as certainly Mossop is injured. Trying to crash his way through the pack was Drum, and he is the recipient of the free kick, and no doubt about Damien Drum. He is a very desperate player. He kicks towards Whitcomb. Oh, Whitcomb is bundled out of the way. The hand pass comes from Weston out to Thompson. Thompson lines up the goals from 45 metres out. He fires and it's saved. Was it touched? Hit the post, said the goal umpire. Bad luck to the Bombers. They move on to 6-14-50. Geelong 9-6-60. 10 points the difference as Malaki kicks to the outer side of the ground. Well, not yet. He's looking out that way. Now he does, and a pretty good kick too. But Madden, up go the big hands, and Simon Madden starting to come into this game, and that is a 15-metre penalty given by umpire Cameron. I thought a bit lucky to get it. Simon Madden, torpedo punt. It's a wobbly one up towards the forward line. A very good mark is taken up there by Paul Jeffries. Geelong defence, well, we know they're a very strong, tough defence. There's the torpedo punt. Over the back was Reynoldsson, cleverly tried to knock it on Bruce Nankervis. The ball sits for him. He should look for Mossop. He does. Towards that forward line. Now, which way will it go? Clark picks it up. Or is it Foles? In fact, it was Foles. He finds Watson on half-back flank. Watson's been a star. He's gone short towards the centre of the ground. Buse ducks back. Very good play by Andrew Buse. In goes Weston. The ball comes loose to Whitcomb. Whitcomb with a hand pass to Ian Nankervis. Back it comes to little Andrew Buse. He's in trouble. Gets away though on the left foot up towards half forward. The bounce. Too slow, Ronnie Andrews. Now he's got it. Good play by the big tough defender. Out to Hawker. He misses the ball. Ray Card fires at the goals and a great goal. An enormous goal kicked by the Geelong half-back as he streamed down the ground, and that will be a real team lifter to the Cats. 10 goals, 666. Essendon 6-14-50. Well, about 10 Geelong players ran to Ray Card there to congratulate him. He's gone back to the back line, and, well, there's another free kick to Geelong. Flanagan in the centre of the ground. They're playing well, the Cats. They've really lifted. Essendon not playing particularly well at this stage of the match. A long kick towards Peak. The ball is punched out of the way. Here's a chance for them again as Reynoldsson gets it back to Reid. Reid lines up the goals, 30 metres out. He fires. He's kicked it. Great goal. Kicked by Malcolm Reid, and the Cats are streaming away at the moment. 11 goals, 6. 72, Essendon 6-14-50. Great play there by Stephen Reynoldsson as he gave that ball out, and he has been one of the better players on the ground. Essendon looking very slow today. Flanagan doing particularly well at the centre bounces. Madden, though, gets that one down to Hawker. Hawker out wide to Watson. Watson's been a star. He bounces the ball. Still got it. Fires at the goals. A long drop punt. Magnificent goal kicked by Timmy Watson. First goal kicked by Watson. The Essendon crowd lift. Maybe that'll be the team lift, and the Bombers hit back. 7 goals, 14, 56 to Geelong 11-6, 72. Taken away by Reid. Marcus taken by Neagle, almost on half-back flank. Neagle towards half-forward. Beautiful Marcus taken by Paul Vander. 40 metres out from goal. Very slight angle. He's already kicked the goal. His height will create a few problems up there at centre-half forward for Mark Yates. Vanderhaar. The drop punt, he hooks it across his body. The high flyers are there. Danaher flies. And the umpires played a free mark. In fact, he paid to Geelong. And then is Paul Jeffries. Out wide. Bruce Nankervis. Alan Reid and Dunnell. Frank Dunnell punches it to the boundary line. Over the line and out of bounds. Well, it's a tremendous game now here at Windy Hill. As I said earlier, the first half was a shocker. Every mistake in the world made in this football match, but this quarter has made up for it. Both sides very desperate. Diving on it is Neagle. Reid goes in after it. Tries to get it out. Surely you've got to have a chance to get rid of the ball. There is Dunnell looking up there for Danaher. He flies. Terry Danaher, 20 metres out from goal, very slight angle, and this should be a goal to the Bombers, which would put them 3 points behind. Here's the kick. Oh, he's gone across slightly, but it is a goal. Two goals kicked by Terry Danaher. There's bad news for Geelong. Coming off the ground, let's hope it's not too serious. Paul Jeffries is hobbling off the ground, and bad luck to Paul Jeffries because he had a serious injury last year. And now he has to go off the ground when he's playing fairly well too. Simon Madden. Flanagan. Oh, good play by Lenihan as he gets it out wide. Gary Foles has got it half-back flank. He kicks towards the centre of the ground where Simon Madden. No, it's not Madden. In fact, it is Merritt. Merritt out wide to Clayton. Clayton hooks it high. He's looking for Danaher again. He flies. Punched away by Malarkey. Weston. Steps. Essendon 10 goals, 15, 75. Geelong 11-6, 72. Can't see it on your screen, but Paul Jeffries is hobbling around the boundary line, attended by trainers. Shocking luck for Geelong. Flanagan. Essendon are starting to get the momentum as Hawker kicks up towards the forward line, almost to mark the Van der Haar. Players dive on top of the ball, 30 metres out from the Essendon goal. Michael Collar's come on the ground to replace Jeffries. Damien Drum, gets away. Bruce Nankervis, the red card. Up in the air it goes towards centre wing. Punched away by Gary Foles. Over the line and out of bounds. Essendon have lifted their game in the past 5 minutes. Geelong were getting right on top. The Bombers have hit back strongly. Madden to Bahaja. A throw to Foles. Not seen by the umpire. Up towards centre wing and the mark is taken up there. And it looked like Merritt. Merritt handball. It's on half forward. Now, is that out on the full? It is, said the boundary umpire. And Geelong will take the free kick. Whitcomb. Flanagan from behind punches it to the ground. Is taken away by Otway. He was caught with the ball and holding the ball, said the umpire. And the free kick will go to Geelong, and it looks like Bernard Toohey. Toohey, in fact, it is. Half-back flank. Metres as Toohey goes down towards the forward line. Reynolds, he should have taken that mark. Dives on top of it, gets the ball out, and umpire Peter Cameron says it's my ball and he'll bounce it 35 metres out from the Geelong goal, and there is no one between centre half forward and full forward except one Essendon player ducking back there in Andrews. Michael Cole. Players pounce on top of it and the bounce will take place once again. Well, Geelong were looking good. Essendon have fought back brilliantly in this past 5 minutes. Simon Madden and Mossam. Mossam was bundled out of the way. The hurry kick comes down towards Peake. Out he comes. Free kick to Peake. Holding the man, round the neck, whatever you like. 25 metres out from goal, Brian Peake. He's already kicked 2 for the Cats. And he is lining up almost directly in front. If he kicks this one, Geelong will move to 3 points in front. There's the kick from Peake. He fires the goal up, but doesn't move at all. And 3 points in front for the Cats. And as I said, 3 goals to Brian Peake playing at full forward. Scoreboard at the moment showing 12-6. Good kicking. Geelong 78. Essendon 10-15, 75. We are into the time on period in this third quarter. Well, the crowd were very, very quiet in that first half of this match as we saw a very poor standard of football. But all of a sudden they've come to life. The commentary box is right in the heart of the Essendon supporters, and do we know it? The crowd has certainly lifted as a couple of beautiful goals have been kicked in. There's Madden getting it down on the ground. A hurry kick by Malcolm Reid on the left foot is marked on that half-back line. And that is, in fact, Gary Foles. He breaks away and kicks high towards half-forward Van der Haar. Up he goes, and a beautiful mark. Paul Van der Haar. 50 metres out from goal. And a 15-metre penalty. What for, I wouldn't have a clue. And Mark Yates is disputing it. I've got no idea what that was for. And I don't think Mark Yates has either. Well, it's made it a lot easier now for Van der Haar to have a shot for goal. He stabs at that one, and I think it's a goal. And the Bombers hit the front. 2 goals to Paul Van der Haar. Essendon move on to 11 goals, 15-81. Geelong 12-6, 78. And we have been playing into this third quarter approximately 3 minutes of time on. Flanagan. Matt beats him to that one. Reed, foot with the ball. Out it goes to Card. Card on the left foot looking towards half forward. Neil Clark. Half back flank, hooks it towards centre wing. Watson is there. Oh, into the back of Reed. Probably not a free kick, so it was good umpiring by Peter Cameron to let that one go as we see Flanagan against Madden. Down to the ground and Lenahan onto the left foot. Up towards half forward, Brian Peake is there with Carey, and a beautiful mark is taken by Stephen Carey on that half back flank. He breaks away. Strong, tough defender. Up towards centre wing. Flanagan knocks it away, looking for Reed. Up towards half forward and Thompson. Out comes Danaher. Terry Danaher hooks it back. In and Curvis. And Paul Vanderhaar, the Flying Dutchman, is coming from all angles in this quarter and is creating havoc on that half forward line. Too tall and too big a leap for Mark Yates at the moment. He's already kicked 2 goals and lining up for his third from 25 metres out, almost directly in front. Here's the kick, the drop punt. Swings it back beautifully. Goal to Paul Vanderhaar. 3 goals kicked by the big blonde centre half forward. And the Bombers have moved on to 12 goals, 15, 87 to Geelong, 12-6, 78.
It was at the park, Sandy Roberts and Jack Edwards.
Into the final term here at Victoria Park, and Collingwood down by 11 points. Rain starting to fall. Can the Woods make the most of it and take the points against Fitzroy? Cloak wins the opening bounce. Harris gets caught. Comes the way of Morwood, who flicks it over his shoulder. Collingwood want the first goal. Edwards backing into the pack and takes a good mark. Alan Edwards playing at centre half forward, in fact hobbling on one knee. But he has the opportunity of making the margin just 5 points.
It'll take a good kick from Edwards though, about 45 to 50 metres. The breeze will help him.
There's the torpedo punt. It's a beautiful kick for goal. And Arthur back in business. Second goal to Edwards. And Collingwood now within 5 points. As we check the scoreboard at Victoria Park, the Collingwood players elated at that start. It sees the Woods at 7-13-55, trailing Fitzroy 8-12-60 on Seven's big lead.
That would be a great confidence lifter for Alan Edwards after having had a lot of knee surgery, and he did limp as he came away after taking that mark, but the fans were happy. He took the mark, then kicked the goal and topped it right on. Cloak, who's done well in the ruck, got it down, but Morwood had a chance, couldn't get in there. Parrish has the chance also. Now another chance for Morwood. He gets it out. Williams on the left boot very quickly into within 30 metres of goal. Thornton's a chance. No, he got a heavy knock. Play on still the call, and the umpire said a bounce. Now the bounce taking place only 35 metres out. Possibly 40 metres out from Collingwood's goal. Only 5 points separate these teams. Been a close encounter all day. Fitzroy had bled all day, but that could be soon changed as Brown gets the ball moving forward towards Stewart. He tries to break away from the tackle. Well caught. It was a good tackle, and he'll pay the penalty, and Gary Pert will take the free kick.
From fullback, Pert will go. He can go out to Les Parrish. Does so, and this has opened up a pathway for Peter Francis on the centre wing region. Away he scoots with 2 bounces, runs his full distance, then puts the Royals down towards their half-forward line. Good mark taken. Here's a chance for Wilson. He's in trouble. Gets it quickly across to his teammate there in Harris, who gathers a high ball up towards full forward. A difficult one to mark, but Reeves takes a very good mark.
Well, Reeves came on interchange in the third quarter. Hasn't had any, I think, one possession so far. He's going to take this shot at goal, and a very important shot it is. You don't have to tell you that. There's only 5 points between the teams. And Michael Reeves, the son of a former teammate of mine, John Reeves from North Melbourne, about to have this shot for Fitzroy. Drop punt kick, looks good off the boot, but the umpire moved across to his right, but indicated a goal. Nevertheless, Reeves has popped it through on Seven's big league. We're only 3 minutes into the final term. Collingwood 7-13-55, Fitzroy 9-12-66.
So again, the 11-point margin, and really Collingwood have never been able to snatch the lead at all during this game. That incidentally was Fitzroy's first goal since the 11 or 12 minute mark of the third term. So they've waited some considerable time.
Goals have been hard to come by in this game, Sandy.
Yes.
Only 1-4 kicked by Collingwood in the third term and 1-5 by Fitzroy.
From the centre bounce, it's Walsh who puts Collingwood down towards their half-forward line. Edwards having to back once again. Osborne lost sight of it. Parrish didn't. Francis had his head ripped off and will take the free kick. Quickly plays on to Les Parrish. Goes out even wider. Ducking and dodging was Osborne. He eventually gets his kick up towards the half-forward line. Out they all come. Roos trying to tap it forward. Still persisting and winning with persistence. Hooks it over his shoulder, in towards goal. Cloak late on the scene to spoil. Thumping it down. This could be dangerous, however. Picked up and shot towards goal. It looks good. It's a great kick by Michael Poynton. He kicks his first, and
Only about 20 metres out from their goal. This bounce will be affected by umpire John Russo, who is officiating today with umpire Neville Nash. So Cloak, who's done well in the ruck, got a left-handed tap toward the pocket area. Roos had hurried shot at goal. Williams caught in possession for mine, and the umpire said the ball held to him. So he may have been a bit fortunate. One arm must have been pinned, but umpire Russo will bounce now. You can see the goal square there in the background of the shot. Ball bounces toward the scoring zone, as a matter of fact. Might get rushed through. Williams' left foot kick comes out towards Brown. Carlson's there. I think the boundary umpire could win out here. Morwood keeps the ball in play, then threw it with the left hand, and the umpire said a boundary throw it.
beautiful little throw. One hand pinned.
It's getting dark out here, isn't it?
Yes, I think that rain not far off. A little spit earlier. Loken trying to tap the ball forward. Well done, Billy. Away he goes. Gets it across to Poynton. Don't tell me there's another one coming up. And he's pulled that one and one behind only.
Well, it would have been a very handy goal for Fitzroy, Sandy.
My word.
10-13-72, the Fitzroy score. 10-13-73. It's been changed now to show. Should have watched the screen. To Collingwood 7-13-55. So 3 goals the difference between these teams. Collingwood coming straight down the ground again. Side bottom up one-handed to bring the ball to Turk. It was good thinking. Picked up the shot short by Parrish. It's in towards Reeves. Oof. Strong football there. Coming out was Phillips like a train. He got the ball over the boundary line.
But Fitzroy, apart from that one goal kicked by Alan Edwards, doing all the attacking in the opening 6.5 minutes of this final term. We've still got a ton of time left. A great start for the Roys.
If it does rain, it'll be to Fitzroy's advantage.
That's out of bounds on the full, so Greg Phillips will bring it back into play. No, he won't. Says you can have it, Michael. Michael Taylor in the back pocket. Tumbling a punt. It is getting very dark here. And Ricky Barra, the racehorse, loves a run. Away he goes. Herbert, good attempt, and in fact a good mark at the second grab.
Chance for Collingwood now. If Herbert can move the ball quickly before it gets packed up down here. Not a good kick. Off the side of the boot. Lewis went up. The ball with Harris. A little kick comes out of the pack. It's been sharp though.
Oh.
And another chance for Collingwood to get it out. They can't do so. Fitzroy through Roos now. Gets it out toward Hinchin. Hinchin with the ball in front of him. Gathers it in up towards Wilson. It's going to bounce badly for Wilson and Taylor. Taylor first to it. It bounces badly for Taylor again. Wilson's left-handed hand pass towards Roos, but Parrish intercepts. Looks for a hand pass back to Hinchin. It comes back in that direction, but Roos is in the way. His hand pass completely ineffective. Morwood goes in against Wilson, and I think the umpire will have to bounce. A couple of players down there showing signs of distress. One was Parrish, and I see Wilson also hobbling away. Although he does look all right. He damaged the knee in the second term, it was. He does appear to be all right now. With the heavy rain clouds hanging around Victoria Park as Cloak goes up to get the tap down. Loken's in there. Another bounce will be taking place here because the players can't do a thing with it. As the time clock ticks away, this will be to Fitzroy's advantage, of course. 8.5 minutes gone the final term. You're watching on 7's Big League.
18 points the margin. Won by Cloak. Down to Barham. A hurried kick blindly. Morwood underneath it, but well spoiled by Hinchin, who's done a very good job today. Herbert's in all sorts of strife. Can't get the kick away. To Roos once again, looking for Reeves. Picked up by Herbert, handling it so quickly. Not looking at all. Byrne, beautifully tackled. Brown over the shoulder. Not good football
good
at all
mark
at the moment, but that was a good mark. Away he goes, onto side bottom, and side he hooks that one right into the pocket, and Gary Wilson won't get to that. And a throw in the right, between the right forward pocket and the right forward flank, with Fitzroy doing all the attacking. Just over 9 minutes of this final term have elapsed. Cloak and side bottom again. Sidey going down with the ball.
Very scrambly football here.
Messy, isn't it, as Barham on the bottom. And believe it or not, a free kick has been plucked out of that.
And right in front of the Collingwood Social Club stand too.
To Leon Harris. Short, he's going to go. Right across the face of goal.
He who waits is lost.
Yes, and well could he be. Twisting, turning, dodging and weave. Well tackled, Philip Walsh. And Michael Poynton this time has lost it.
Should have gone into the ball instead of waiting for it. Anyhow, Walsh is going to move the ball very quickly too. Not a bad kick. He puts it down toward Edwards. Hinton should wait down, which he should have. The ball's been forced over the back. Free kick will go to Edwards on the centre wing position. So as the umpire indicates time on, Edwards will drive this ball down to, I think Stewart may even lead eventually. He hasn't moved as yet. But Edwards is way up on centre wing. Maybe he'll just kick and hope that Stewart can get into position. It's a high floating kick. Stewart is the target, of course. A big fist puts it down. The fist from Clayton comes down. Shaw looks for a teammate. Can't find one yet. It's high. Dacos. A chance here.
Off
A
his
chance
head.
for Dacos. Yes! That was really a soccer goal. That a great piece of work. Peter Dacos hasn't had a great day, but he's brought Collingwood back. It's Fitzroy, 10-13, 73. Collingwood 8-13, 61 on Sevens big lead.
And you said it, Jack. It was like soccer because it came off the top of his head, bounced down in front of him, and then he completed it Manchester United style. So will that one lift the Woods back into business? They trail by 12 points, and we've only played just over 10.5 minutes of this final term. Peter Dacos kicks his first goal.
Well, if that doesn't lift them, nothing will, because it was a great team lift for that one. A free kick at the centre bounce will go to Coleman of Fitzroy. Now he'll get the ball moving fairly long, I would think. Side bottom the target, in front of the pack. Can't take the mark, and Pickett. Willie Pickett will turn them out. Down he comes to the half-forward zone. A chance for Lewis. Can't get to the flight of it. Has the ball now. In trouble. Or is he gets himself in trouble? This fella. Does he ever get himself into trouble? And free kick will be taken by Williams. Well, he had enough time.
Great tackle, though, isn't he?
Oh, he's a great. Once you're tackled by Williams, you stay tackled, don't you? He's very strong. So here's a chance to kick his second goal and put Collingwood within one straight kick of Fitzroy. That's providing he's accurate. Stewart waits for the ball in the square. He hopes he doesn't have to contest the mark. He won't contest the mark. It's going straight through the centre. And Collingwood are within 6 points of Fitzroy. Fitzroy 10-13, 73. Collingwood 9-13, 67. You're watching all this on Sevens Big League.
And the Collingwood flags are up here at Victoria Park. One straight kick. And look at them.
Yes, the banners are waving.
The Army, as we go back for the centre bounce, the chant begins for Collingwood. Cloak will be against Coleman. No decisive tap from the middle, but it's Cloak who brings it out and, strangely enough, kicks it down towards the half-forward line. They all waited for it. Clayton got caught. Williams pounces in over the top. Dacos waits for it to come out. It doesn't, but Collingwood have it in their attacking zone, some 55 metres out from goal. And if they could score in the next minute or so, then no doubt this place would absolutely erupt. David Cloak looking a little worse for wear. Will let Morwood contest the ruck out. Francis gets a hurried kick. Pert and Wilson both after it with Herbert of Collingwood. Boundary line will be too quick for all of them. And we'll see a throw between Collingwood's half-forward flank and the centre wing region on the outer side at Victoria Park. Conditions very overcast, almost dark here. Coleman from behind. Williams snares it. Can he play one of those big final quarters? Dacos at the back. Here's the opportunity for the master. He loses it. Clayton goes in, boots and all, sees it over the line, and yet another throw in. This time, though, it is 30 metres closer to the Collingwood scoring zone.
It's only about 30 metres out from goal where the boundary throw-in will land. So everything depends on the ruck work. Williams got it down to the front of the pack, but the boundary umpire will win out again. We'll see yet another boundary throw-in taking place in the same position, or just about the same. Only one goal separate these teams. Fitzroy have led all day at each change. In fact, they've led all day, so we'll just stop at that. Will they take it out in the finish? But Hinchin kicks long up toward the wing position. The ball hits the turf. The little fellows come in. Could have been a free kick downfield. I think that was Herbert got pushed in the back, been forced out. Hurt in all sorts of trouble, nearly lost his head. A chance for Barham. The shot on its way. It's going through. And scores a level at Victoria Park. 10-13 apiece. The time clock 14 minutes into the final term. Barham picks his second, and it's all on Sevens Big League.
Ricky Barham, the one that brought them back. He kicked one in the second term, and now that one. The Sea scores at 10-13 apiece. Rod Lewis is leaving the ground for Fitzroy and making his way back on. It looks like Terry O'Neill. But the crowd is alight. Coleman and Cloak. Won by Coleman. Here comes Sidebottom. Barnes storming his way through. Look out, says Sidey as he gives it to Francis. Out he goes wide towards Michael Poynton, who goaled earlier this term. Picken tries to intercept. Barham is there too. Billy Picken throwing everything he can into this final term. And the umpire will finally come in and say, look, he was attempting the handball, so I'll have a bounce.
15 minutes have gone, the final turn from Victoria Park. Umpire Neville Nash today, umpiring with John Russo. And they certainly have a job on their hands here. Scores level. Sidebottom got the ball moving forward. A chance for Reeves. Reeves into the open goal. He puts it on the boot. And it's gone through. Fitzroy lead by 6 points over Collingwood here at Victoria Park as Michael Reeves boots the 11th goal for Fitzroy. 11-13, 73. It's being changed now. 79 and 73 is the Collingwood score.
24-minute mark of the term. Fitzroy leading by 5 points.
Collingwood 10-16, 76, and the ball delivered toward Edwards on the half-back flank member's side. Picked up here by Poynton. He goes in toward the centre-half forward position. Good thinking, puts the ball into the attacking part of the ground, but it can't be picked up cleanly as yet. Wilson accepts the hand pass now, shoots one out to Hinchin. He backs his pace, he gets a hand pass into Pert. All the defenders seem to be getting the ball up there in the forward line for Fitzroy. Carlton goes goalward. It's a great shot at goal. It's a goal to Lee Carlton. He kicks his second. And has Collingwood's run finished? I'm not sure yet because we are not 25 minutes into the quarter yet. Collingwood on 10-16, 76. Fitzroy 12-15, 87 on Sevens Big League. Well, it does appear that Collingwood may have lost this game, but we are not quite up to the time-on period as yet. We have a few seconds to go. It's only 2 straight kicks, 10-16, 76 to 12-15, 87. Out it come by Coleman. No one can pick up cleanly. Anea dives on top of it, can't get it out yet. The ball stood underneath that pack of players. Francis, who's played very well for Fitzroy, does the tackling against Barham there, and we'll see a bounce taking place still in the centre of the ground. So umpire Neville Nash about to put it down. Collingwood fans have quietened down a little bit now. Cloak tried to get the ball away, can't do so as yet. Eventually got it out. No one can really do much with the football. It's still in there under a pack of players. The umpire said a free kick going Collingwood's way. Herbert with the ball, but it will not be his free kick. It will be taken by Ricky Barham. Ricky Barham looking down to the half-forward zone. Chance for Pert. Stood his ground. Oh, nearly a miraculous mark. Picked up by Edwards. He hooks it around. It bounces badly for all. Tapped over to Dacos. He shoots a goal. But oh, he's way off target. And Peter Dacos has not had the best of days. Really, he should have popped that one straight through. What was that, Michael? Peter Dacos has kicked 1 goal 4 out of the Collingwood total of 10 goals 17. So 10 points separate the teams now. And O'Neill kicking into the outer side of the ground. With the players set themselves and over the top, that should have been a mark paid, I would say, to Coleman. Coleman with the ball in the back pocket, taking plenty of time. Now he gets a hand pass working. Fitzroy trying to take as much time as they possibly can, waste what's on the clock. We're at 26.5 minutes into the quarter, and the ball forced out of the pack on that occasion by Loken, but the umpire said it's a free kick to Bill Picken. Billy Picken looking down to half forward again. Big Cloak's there. Tries to get it down the front. Tapped on by Carlton. A big punch too towards Sidebottom. Chance for Parrish. Parrish picks up but can't get away. He loses his footing. Trying to get a hand pass out. Another chance existing for Collingwood now as the ball is driven down to the half, or not quite the half-forward zone, down to the centre of the ground. Carlton kicks off the ground. But there are 4 Collingwood players here. They can do what they like with it. Eventually the hand pass comes out to Anea from Miles. Anea gets it moving out toward Dacos. Morwood's there. He went up one hand. Dacos picks up. Will it be a goal or a point? What's he going to do? He shoots at goal. The kick is smothered by O'Neill. Goes out toward the forward pocket for Collingwood. Stewart a chance, can't do a great deal with it. Tries to get a hand pass out, can't do so. The umpire calls play on, and Gary Pert seems to be in second gear as he got the ball moving up toward Loken on centre wing. Little hip and shoulder puts the opposition out of the way. And now we see Coleman coming through the centre of the ground for Fitzroy. Up towards the half-forward zone that travels. No one could take it cleanly. Roos was pushed in the back. The umpire calls play on. Reeves picks up for Fitzroy. Goes Goldwyn. And it's another goal to Fitzroy. 3-2. Michael Reeves has certainly been a great interchange player.
Well, it was a right royal performance by the Lions yesterday. And there's Rendell. The first of his many goals as he rose and snaps for a great goal. Quinlan this time gets away from Dent, pulls clear, swings around onto the left foot, and it's another goal for Fitzroy.
A long kick by Roos. Quinlan at the back.
Quinlan at the back. Runs through, gets his left boot to it again, and it's another goal for Fitzroy.
Quinlan and Dench. Oh, Coleman missed a golden opportunity there. He's kept it in play.
Coleman taps it out here. Confident football by Fitzroy. And it's another goal. Quinlan in the square. Rendell taps the ball down, rows to his own knockdown, spins around like a rover and drives it in towards goal.
And put it through. Fine shot.
Roos, that's not the Kangaroos, that's Roos of Fitzroy with a beautiful hand pass to Rendell. And look at that kick for goal by the big fella. Another great goal for Rendell.
Yes, he has. What a game he played.
This time it's Wilson. Caught high but gets the ball out to Quinlan. And a long kick for goal by Quinlan again. It's raining goals at the Junction Oval. Watch Rendell again as he grabs the ball, spins away and makes no mistake about it. Kicking them from every angle. Look at Carlton. Round the boundary line, bouncing on and driving in towards goal. He knows where the goal posts are, and it's through for another one. Just to make it so easy, McMahon with a lovely hand pass across. North Melbourne defender fumbles, and Wilsons makes no mistake about it as he toes it off the ground for another goal. Highlight football from Fitzroy. At Princess Park, there's another big score on the way out there as Jim Buckley takes a hand pass, goes in towards goal, and it's through. Bulldogs fight back as Deeperuzal scouts the pack, picks it up nicely, and kicks accurately for goal. Out to Beasley again. And this time it's Simon Beasley of Footscray. In close to the goal, held. Gets it onto the boot and through. Umpires confer, and it's a goal to Footscray.
Dan Davidson, who goes into the middle. Here comes Des.
English to Hunter for Carlton. Long kick and no mistake. Jim Buckley now takes the ball away for Carlton. Watch the hand pass, or the foot pass down here to Bazasto. Bazasto races on. And a great Carlton goal.
Overrunning it, socket off the ground. Thank you.
Ditchburn across to Wow Jones. An easy one. This time will be Ditchburn, the hand pass to Jim Buckley. And goal. Carlton make it look easy. Marcoux.
What could Hawkins do? He knew that if he went straight at him, it was going to be a hand pass over the top.
Austin
takes the mark, gives it on to Austin. Austin with the left
watch for
kick,
Buckley.
Puts it high in the air. Across the front comes Ditchburn. Couldn't take the mark. Jimmy Buckley straight.
There he comes.
Into the open goal.
Grabs it and on his way for another goal.
5 goals to Jim Buckley.
Well, you heard the boys talking about Robbie Flower, and here he is with some highlight football. Back to Flower, lines it up, and it's another goal for Melbourne. 2 great marks now by Robbie Flower. And here's the second of them. Fidge this time. Out to Flower. And a goal to Melbourne.
Players fly high. The man in front was Lenahan.
Down at Geelong. Yates spins away. Lines up for Geelong, and it is a goal.
About 40 metres
Dacos this time for Collingwood.
Punches the ball away. Here's the danger.
It's clear,
man.
makes no mistake about it.
Brilliantly snaps at the goals, and he's put that one through.
A chance in the goal square. No one can get it cleanly. Reynoldson's there, didn't do
Mossop
much
goes
anywhere.
after the ball, just gets his boot to it, but it rolls truly, and it's a goal for Geelong.
Williams to Rains.
Rains in the centre, neat pass to Richardson.
And he's found a loose man there, Michael Richardson.
And Richardson makes no mistake.
He fires, and there's the goal to the Magpies.
There's a long one now for Geelong as Yates takes the ball.
Chance now for Yates. That's close. That's a goal. Good goal by Yates.
Towards
Another one from Yates now. Through the pack this time.
Yates fires at the goals. He's kicked it.
Great goal coming now from Barham. Control of the ball, spins, bounces, runs,
sprints towards goal,
and lets it go for goal. Goal for Collingwood. However, Geelong come back. Whitcomb, hand pass out.
Will be awarding $100 and a car care kit to the winning Mark of the Day player.
Right, for the $100 Mark of the Day award, let's watch these marks. Andrew Purser of Fitzroy. For Carlton, Ross Ditchburn.
Didn't it try to goal? Looks for Ditchburn.
For Carlton, Ken Hunter.
Go for the long kick down towards half forward.
Ken Hunter again.
2 grabs, and he's taken the mark. Back to
For Collingwood, Philip Walsh.
Should have waited down for the crumb. No mark paid there. Alan Reid. Umpire did pay the mark. Plenty of time.
For Geelong, Ray Card.
Davis, who's pushing the back by Card. In fact, it was a good mark for Card in the finish. Ball up
For
high
Geelong,
now.
Stephen Reynoldsson.
Half forward. Reynoldsson up and takes the mark. That's
For
the
Geelong,
back
Peter
kick.
Johnson.
Down toward the centre of travels. Johnson up high, chest mark.
For Collingwood, Mike Richardson.
Up high and took the mark.
For Fitzroy, Graham Hitchin.
For Lord to
For
drive it
Fitzroy,
well down
Grant
towards the
Laurie.
half forward, and that's a beautiful mark again to Laurie. Back it goes
Gary
towards the
Sidebottom
can
for
and,
Fitzroy.
There's a great mark there to Sidebottom. It's a ripper.
For North Melbourne, Ross Glendenning.
Who flies? Yes, a mark.
The ball back
Fitzroy,
there
Ross
towards
Thornton.
He's got to play that mark to Thornton. Away nicely by
Gary
Law.
Sidebottom again for Fitzroy.
Fitzroy plays a great mark taken here by Sidebottom.
For Fitzroy, Graham Hinchen.
Fury. Down towards the forward pocket. There's little Hinchen taking a great mark in the back pocket.
For Melbourne, Kelvin Templeton. Kelvin Templeton for Melbourne. Robert Flower for Melbourne. And Robert Flower again for Melbourne. Alan Stoneham for Essendon. Terry Danaher for Essendon. Right, gentlemen, your mark of the day.
Well, Crackers, first of all, did you take any spectacular ones like that yesterday in your brief sojourn?
Well, I took a couple of marks, that's about all, but I didn't get up that high, I believe, in value, not height.
Oh, I see. Well, what about those marks yesterday?
I liked Terry Danaher's and I liked the second one of Robbie Flowers. Young Hinchen was a magnificent mark.
And Sam, what about you?
I like Ditchburn's mark in the forward pocket for Carlton, and Gary Sidebottom took a very courageous mark running back into the pack. But Hinchen's mark for Fitzroy, Bob, was what high marking's all about, I suppose.
Yes, he did do very well, and I liked Walsh from Collingwood. I thought Ray Card took a very nice mark. But
Midas muffler chops.
Right, let's select a mark now. The World of Sport commentators watching these goals to pick a goal of the day. Bruce Duper-Ozil for Fitzroy. Ken Hunter for Carlton now.
Cross to Kenny Hunter, who'll shoot to goal. Goal!
First time, the
Alec Marcoux for Carlton.
On to Marcoux. Marcoux now from the forward pocket, goes towards goal. A beautiful looking kick, it's a great goal. Who goes on
Ken
straight
Hunter,
away.
Carlton.
Poor kick though, almost taken by Cordy. Hunter comes away with it, swings it down, going towards goal. It's hooking, but it's through. The players fly
Mark
high.
Yates
The
for Geelong.
was Lenahan. Well taken too. The charge and is shot it by Yates, and it's through. A good goal, kicked by Yates.
The ball kicked
Ricky
towards
Barham
half
for
forward,
Collingwood.
Taken away by Barham. Barham, brilliant play, Ricky Barham. 45 metres out for goal, sprints towards goal, lines him up and stabs at the goals, and he kicks it through. Great goal.
Punched away by
Matt Rendell, Fitzroy.
Rendell to score here now, a snap at goal. It's going to be a goal. Fitzroy.
Bernie Quinlan, Fitzroy.
And now Quinlan's got it. He spins out of the pack. It could be a goal. It is a goal, I would say. Yes, a goal.
Matt Rendell, Fitzroy.
Kicks, is that a mark? No, says the umpire. Dempsey looking forward. Back comes Rendell in the snapshot at goal, which he's brought around beautifully and put it through.
By that time,
Bernie Quinlan, Fitzroy.
Too high, I would say, but the umpire said play on as Quinlan breaks away. A long shot, the goal, not a bad sort of a kick, but it's on target and a through five.
Gary Dempsey.
Wayne Schimmelbusch, North Melbourne.
Who's well shepherded. Schimmer could almost kick this one. A long kick by Schimmelbusch has gone through. That's a very good goal.
By
Lee
Greg
Carlton,
Fitzroy.
Fitzroy.
On the boundary line, he's going to go for a bit of a run. Let's fly at the goal. Not a bad sort of a kick either. It's a beautiful goal by Carlton. And a lovely goal.
Michael Roach of Richmond. Alan Jarrett of Richmond. Morris Rioli for Richmond. Silvio Vicini for St Kilda. Gentlemen, pick us a goal of the day out of that lot.
Crackers, what did you think about
I
those?
liked Alan Jarrett's 1-2. He backed up and got it again off Alan Johnson, and I like Ricky Barham's, but geez, Matt Rendell's second goal was a magnificent goal.
And Peter, you kicked how many? 888?
I wouldn't know exactly. It'd be around about 880 or something like that, I think, Bob.
Yes.
Anyway, I thought for different reasons, the ones I picked out, I like Yates for his great strength and determination. I liked Ricky Barham for his pace. I think if any young kid is watching, he should watch replays and have a look at the kicking of Lee Carlson for his beautiful
very deliberate
balance,
kick,
a very deliberate kick, same as Bernie Quinlan. Quinlan's one in the goal square, he grabbed it away from Dents and ran onto the left foot and snapped it through. It was a great goal. But I'm with Crackers. I think that goal for a 6'9" fella in Matt Rendell to be able to pick it up like that and snap it through. And he had a look and held the ball on the side and to kick that banana kick, a great goal.
Well, certainly they were all very good goals, but the most impressive thing about the lot was that all those fellas that kicked the goals very well were all beautifully balanced.
That's right.
All moved to the ball well and played the ball directly at the goals. And of course, as you said, they were all very good, but Rendell's second goal, I suppose, if we look at Rendell, once again taking the ball down and acting as his own rover, he loses the mark, goes after it again. And we'll just see if Peter is correct here. Yes, he has turned the ball around. You can see it doing the banana bend now, going towards a goal. Just goes through nicely and then spins away. Matt Rendell, undoubtedly the goal of the day for Fitzroy's mammoth total yesterday.
World of Sport.